Basically, the Speaker is the head of a legislative assembly. Legislative assemblies may be Parliament, be it National Assembly or as the Senate, or it may be County Assembly or House of Representatives, House of Lords. But for the context of county assemblies, the Speaker is the head of County Assembly. Of course, as a Speaker, you have to be different from the other members, being the ex-officio member, and that is why, as a tradition of county assemblies, as tradition of legislative assemblies, the Speaker has to have their way of dressing, and this is the Speaker's dress code. The Speaker heads basically every other business that goes on in a county assembly, and for the context of county assembly, as a Speaker, you approve every motion, every bill, every petition that will have to go to the floor of the House for deliberation. Also, as a Speaker, you control the debates in the plenary. You also communicate the decisions that have been taken by the House. You also represent the Assembly in every other way as the head of the Assembly. But principally, the business is that one of controlling the actual business of the House, which is actually controlling the debate on the floor of the House. Also, as a Speaker, you chair quite a number of vital committees of the House. For instance, the House Business Committee, which decides the business that goes to the floor of the House. You also head the Committee on Appointment, which vets various officers that need to be appointed to county government service and needs the approval of county assembly, among others. A motion is a request for a resolution by the county assembly. It's just basically that. It may be from a member of county assembly or proposed by a member of public through a member of county assembly, or forwarded by a committee of the House, requesting actually that the House do deliberate over an issue and give its resolution, directing, urging, or otherwise asking that a certain arm of government performs a given function that has been asked in that particular motion. A motion seeks a resolution of the House for a particular issue, and once that resolution has been made, it is in respect to whatever issue that had been raised in the motion. A bill is a legislation in making. It's a proposed legislation, and once deliberated by the House and passed, it will have to go through the assenting process, and once it has been assented by the government and then gazetted, it becomes law and it will be enforceable, and it may touch on several issues. For a motion, it is just a request that the assembly resolves to do a particular thing, or that the county government does a particular thing. Once that one has been done, a resolution of the House does not need assent. It does not need to be assented by the government. It becomes a resolution of the House, and it must be respected, and it will have to be respected and executed as passed by the House. Basically, for a motion to qualify to be debated, it has to have some relevance, because if it is irrelevant, why would it be taken to the floor of the House? It has also to ensure that it satisfies issues of legality, adherence to the law and the Constitution, and also it has to be approved by the Speaker, and after approval by the Speaker, before it goes to the floor of the House, it has to be allotted by the House Business Committee. Allotment means giving it the time during which it will be deliberated upon. At times some motions come and they lack the relevance, they lack, they are not consonant with the provision of the Constitution, or they go against the law, definitely when I have such issues, I have to cancel the member who is forwarding such a motion and tell them that this motion may not see the light of day and I'm not going to approve it because it does not satisfy the requirements of it being approved as a motion going to the floor of the House. When a motion is reverted, it means that it can either be reverted to the committee that brought it or reverted back to the member who had moved the motion for purposes of him doing further research on it and bringing it back. That one ordinarily happens, and there are ways through which that can be done provided in the standing orders. But every other motion, once it is on the floor of the House, then there are probable consequences. Either the motion is defeated or the motion is taken, that is passed, or it is reverted to the committee that forwarded it or the member that forwarded it, or even the House can agree to revert that motion to the committee of the whole House, especially when the motion is touching on a matter of county or national importance. Then the whole House can discuss that motion and give the relevant resolutions. So it can always get its way back to the House. So far, the County Assembly of Uasin Gishu has passed a total of 283 motions. Quite a number of them, I can recall, have been reverted and they have not come back from the committees. And once it is reverted, it is upon the member bringing it or the committee that sponsored that motion to request the House Business Committee to reintroduce it. If they don't, that motion dies a natural death. I want to demystify the thinking that motions are just a ritual by county assemblies. We sit and pass resolutions and that is the end of it. Resolutions of the county assembly have the force of law and they must be implemented. If they are not implemented, then we have a committee of the House, Committee on Implementation, which has the authority to ensure that every resolution that has been passed by the House, every legislation that has been passed by the House, every petition that has been granted by the House is given effect to the letter. And that committee on implementation has the powers to invite whoever has failed to implement. It has the power to summon them if they fail to honor the request to attend. And it has even the power to propose to the county assembly for serious punitive issues, including impeachment, to be taken against those who have not done what the county assembly has said. So it's basically again the county assembly also biting if it is necessary to ensure that the resolution that it has passed have been implemented.